helps differentiate a product and make it worth your time.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
You know, and my guess, you know, is these guys are looking at a way to do TV on the internet. I won't say too much because it's their product, so I don't want to misrepresent it. But it kind of gets to where you were saying is, hey, you'd like to see where these guys might go further, and that becomes up to the people with the money who have to decide if they spend it.
Yeah.
So
If someone wants to buy tickets,
yeah.
where do they?
call me. Actually, true story. You can call 267-6-EVOLVE. True story. It's a Google Voice number. How cool is that? It
We'll
spells
make
evolve.
sure we put it
But
up on the.
no, I'd
up
rather
on the
you
page.
not call that, even though it's real. Now, DGUSA.tv.
Okay.
So again, that's Dragon Gate USA. DGUSA.tv. Easy to buy the tickets there. They do PayPal. Of course, there's going to be tickets at the door. You know, I know you mentioned the Golden Circle. So the idea here was, I said, hey, and I say I in this case, because as the local promoter, I was king for a day, and it became all right. I ain't gonna lie, to you guys, it's a little expensive to run the show. I know it's shocking to believe because no one's making money, but it still costs a lot of money. It's weird how that works. You gotta buy a ring. You gotta have, you know, let alone the idea of kind of security and poor dude who does all the production for this, God bless him. I don't know how he makes any of his investment back, and you know, paying the boys, et cetera, hotels, cars, you get it.
Like you said,
But
it's a labor of love.
damn straight, brother. And so it became, all right, well, what's a fair price? And so for the record, and I'll say this and get the slap on the wrist for saying it, if this was in Philadelphia, the front row would be a $75 ticket. Yes, I said that, it's $75 in Philadelphia. That's what the price would be up in the Northeast. You know, it's $35 here for the show, for the front row. And I was told that may be hard to get Florida, so I'm going to mildly talk crap to see if it either motivates or offends people, to get Florida independent wrestling fans to come out. All right, fine, there's still GA, we'll get to that. But I said, hey, can we get the boys out? Because I always like the idea of this Golden Circle. You get in early, you get to meet the wrestlers. And, you know, there's so many dudes on this card that you would not normally get to meet. There's so many dudes that may have some buzz about where they're going next. Wouldn't it be great to get pictures with them when you don't have to go to Access and stand in line for 2 hours?
Absolutely, you know, get them when they're first coming out and starting.
That's
you
it.
know, and you know, 10 years down the road, they might be the champion in one of the big places. You know,
Or 2 years in the case of a Dean Ambrose.
Yeah.
Right? No, but true story. And again, so that was the idea of, hey, you know, let's give out a poster that looks a lot like the poster behind us that's hard to see, and then as well give the meet and greet. You know, for those who purchase a general admission ticket, which is fine, $20 ticket. You know, general admin, so you know, come as you are when it comes to seat and stuff, but whatever. You know, you're gonna sit with your friends and be fine. One of the things though I really wanted to push, because you know we all, and you know, we're all give or take, you know, 5 to 10 years ish the same age, right? And I think for all of us, we started watching as kids.
Oh yeah.
And if you don't bring the kids along, you're not gonna have a next generation. Which, for the record, is one reason why I'm not furious about the whole PG WWE thing. You know, you gotta sell some toys and get some kids out there, right?
Absolutely.
So I said, hey, let's make kids $5. You know, 12 and under,
Wow,
let's get
that's-
them. For the record, depending on when you're watching this, I'm looking for blocks at a discount. I want to find whether you have a Boy Scout troop or a Boys and Girls Club or 30, 50-year-olds who want to come. I don't care. I'll put you all together. And the idea is I'm looking to get blocks at a discount, but get the kids there because I want them to have fun. I want them to want to know who these guys were, or even better, recognize them when they see them in NXT and be like, I know him, you know.
And you get the kids out, they fall in love with it. They're the next generation of the superstars.
Yes, sir. Well, that's true too. Actually, that's not where I was going. You're totally correct. It's not really the next generation of fans, but you know, one in every couple thousand is going to be your next, you know, Roxy, isn't it Roxy Austin, right? And then the last piece here we didn't hit from a ticket point of view, the military. It's at the National Guard. I said, hey, you know, not just the Guard, but all the boys and gals and all the different colors you wear in the services. Free ticket. You know, it's actually what the E does. So if you're active military, the idea was you get in for free. And so we have somebody who knows how to read IDs and all that stuff. So a couple people play the. Well, what if I was once in the military 37 years ago? Thank you for your service, but that is not exactly what we were catering. But legit, it's you're an active duty military. We want you there. We want you there for free. You're not going to pay a dime to get your butt in there. You know, there'll be cheap concessions and all that stuff. So you know, go buy me a hot dog. I feel good that you came, right? And so that you know, that's one thing we've pushed pretty hard. Made sure folks know, especially again the fact that it's at the Armory. I'm hoping some of the boys and girls in the Guard can actually make it out there and enjoy the show. And, you know, never hurts, they might become wrestling fans too if they weren't. Because, I mean, you know, if you were going to say, hey, wrap it up, Trevin, I mean, that would be one of the things I want to push is that, you know, a lot of people, when I first hand them this flyer, and especially when I hand it in a setting that they're not wrestling fans, they look at me and they go, well, why would I go to a wrestling show? In fact, until I say that I'm the promoter in some cases, you know, I get the like, you know, and they'll hand it back. Or actually, what I started getting was the ladies asking, "Are these a bunch of Chippendales?" I'll get up again so you can actually see her. You can just put the picture up because I didn't see that. So if you're a lady and you like very attractive men who are all muscular, please feel free to comment for that reason. That's fine. But you know, again, it was, well, why would you even consider this? And so there's a stigma about wrestling that, in a lot of cases, in my opinion, isn't deserved. you know, and I'm sure you guys can go off on your own tirade about that. There are times where it is deserved, you know, but in my opinion, a lot of times it's not, and especially when it comes to what companies like Evolve is trying to do. Is they're not out there, it's not smut, it's, you know, it's family friendly, but in a good way. You know, people have asked me before, hey, especially for this show, you know, what's it gonna be like if I've never seen wrestling? I said, let's go back to the 80s. And let's talk comedy. So what I want to give you is I want to give you Bill Cosby, because you're gonna laugh at Bill Cosby, you're gonna bring your kids. As much as I liked Eddie Murphy in the 80s, you know, you're not bringing your kids to the Eddie Murphy show. You're gonna like it, but you know, that's not quite where we're going. And that was really the idea here, is it's gonna be something that's family friendly, but yet is intriguing enough to adults. It's gonna be athletic, it's gonna showcase wrestling of different styles. There's people from different genres from all over the world, as you already brought up. And that's the idea here again, is it's not what you may, it's not just guys yelling at each other and, you know, whatever people remember as their stereotypical wrestling. You know, in my opinion, this stands on its own as truly an art form. Now I'm going to sound like a mark, right? But I really believe it. It's unique. It's, you can't do this unless you know. Actually, you really understand, don't you, Scott?
Yeah, oh yeah, so basically, it's going to live up to its name, Evolve.
Oh, look at you, putting it over. I guess that's why they named it now. But
You know,
yeah,
it's an evolution.
Well, no, but that's the idea, right? And I think that is where they were going with the name, because I won't pretend I named it. But indeed, and again, you know, it's hard to do certain things when it comes to independent wrestling and the change in guys getting moved up. And you know, and in my opinion, these guys kill themselves to give out a product that's pay-per-view worthy every show. And I wouldn't put my butt out there and go harass people and tell them why they need to go, especially even if they're not wrestling fans. You know, if I didn't think that it was going to make you go, oh, maybe I did like this wrestling thing. And you know, worst case scenario, you're entertained for 2.5 hours and you never come back. Best case scenario, you go, you know what, this is a product worth my time. You go to wwnlive.com and you can enjoy the iPay-per-views, you can buy old shows, you can buy DVDs, t-shirts, all that stuff. And of course tickets if you want to come to Orlando or come to the door on the 30th of May.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll all the information will be up on our page. All the websites and everything to get connected, check it out and stuff before the show. It is a week from now on Thursday the 30th. It's just going to be awesome. It sounds like.
I hope so. I'm hoping you guys can make it. I know you told me you'll have to come in progress, but
Yep.
you know, I will look, and I will make no promises, because you know, as the show ends, people get naked and run around and try to shower before their next gig. But if I can grab folks and get them to come talk to you,
Yeah, absolutely.
you know, hopefully
We'd
they
love
can
to have
give you
some
impressions.
on and stuff. And you know, hey, I hope when I get there, I have to stand to watch what's left of the show.
Me too.
You know, that would be amazing. Just because it is, you know, such an independent. Like I said, I can't say enough about independent wrestling. You know, the indie shows. These guys, you know, they do it because they love it. Again, you know, they don't make a lot of money. They're not in the big figures like the big superstars and stuff like these for these big companies. You know, so it is a labor of love. You know, in a lot of cases, these guys are the ones who put up and take down the ring. They're, you know, they're who play security. They're, you know, they do all aspects of everything. So it is their thing. That it's their lives.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and if we can help, you know, support that and get that going, and you know, then by all means, I'm all for that.
Well, and you know, if I'd argue there was a time where you gotta have that proverbial catching lightning in a bottle, you know, I haven't seen it on the indies since maybe 02, 03, back when Ring of Honor was really hot and had the Joes, the AJs, all those guys, the Daniels and so forth. I kind of feel like that's what these guys have going on right now. And there's a couple guys of note that really would have killed to have had on the show, and they're in Japan kicking butt in Japan right now. That's not a bad thing, that's a good thing for those guys. You know, you add them to this roster and it just becomes, you know, electric. And again, being able to get all those folks in one place. You know, I've been arguing a couple years, the majority of these guys are going to be in the E or TNA, and you know, we'll be back at the point of hope the next generation's good. And that's not enough to whoever's coming next. There may be a next generation that's awesome.
Absolutely.
You know, I can tell you a couple years ago, I didn't know the majority of these guys, and I was pleasantly surprised. And again, feel passionate enough about it. Here I am hanging out at Jerry's Sandwich Factory, where I am so full, I'm almost like, oh. Man,
So
I hope
should
I
we start
make it
calling
through
you
good.
Mick Foley now?
Yeah, right. You like that? That is kind of what I'm going for. Is the full
Shameless plug.
the cheap hop, right?
But, all right. Well, thanks for being here, and,
No, this
and
has
it was
been great.
phenomenal. Thanks for being our first guest on the show.
Hey, my
man.
pleasure.
We
Thank you,
appreciate it.
Scott. My pleasure.
So, and we'll definitely keep everybody going. What's going on with the show, with Evolve
Sure.
and stuff, and you know, anytime you've got something coming up, you know, let us know. We'll definitely promote it and talk about it, and you know, see what we can do.
Well, and a little secret during our dinner before we ate here was I revealed that I too am a nerd and like things like anime and other stuff. So I'm all too happy to talk about nerdy crap anytime you want an
Well,
extra
hey,
voice.
anytime you want to be on the show, man, just give me a call.
Show
We'll have
up.
you.
Where will the show be though?
It's gonna be here.
which is
Jerry's Sandwich Factory. You got me, man. You got me off guard. Wow, that doesn't happen very often. That you got me. Good. Absolutely.
So you're chasing me away. You're gonna let me hang out while you guys.
You can hang out if you want.
Cool.
Whatever you want to do.
Cool.
Alright.
I'll sit here and try not to interrupt too much.
Well, hey, if you've got an opinion, we're always looking for it.
Thank you.
One thing I wanted to talk about too with Jerry's is they've got this loyalty card, which is absolutely amazing. On the 12-inch sandwiches, if you get 5, you get 1 free on the stamps. On the 8-inch, if you get 10, you get 1 free. Stop in, start getting the punches on it, man, because these sandwiches are unbelievable. If you get in now, they're just starting. If you wait, they're going to be slammed and you're not going to be able to get in. You're going to have hour waits at the door.
Like the 12-inch for the average person would be 2 meals. I, being above average, finished it all in one. But for anyone else, 2 meals.
Yeah, it's about 2 meals for one sub.
And you'll see what we're talking about on this page. I'm going to put, like I said, pictures of the sandwiches up. The one Johnny ate was half as tall as a 20-ounce bottle of soda and longer laying on its side than a 20-ounce bottle of soda. I mean, no lie, this big around thing was huge.
Oh yeah.
Only Johnny could eat it.
No, I mean, this is such a shoot, Johnny. I walked in, they had their food, and I was getting ready to order. And I saw his sandwich, and I was like, whoa! And then I was like, no, I can't order that. Because they're like, well, you could get that. I'm like,
It was delicious, just not pretty watching me eat it.
And there is a picture, of that going to be posted as well.
it's going to be his new default
Hopefully it
picture,
won't
right?
crack your computer screen.
But, all right, so some of the things we're going to talk about, other than the great wrestling show coming up, movies coming out this summer.
It's going to be an amazing summer.
From April till August, the movies coming out. Some of them are already out. G.I. Joe came out. Star Trek, Olympus Has Fallen, Pain and Gain, Oblivion, Iron Man 3. I mean, those are just a few of the big names that we've actually had the chance to go see. G.I. Joe was a good movie overall. My problem with G.I. Joe was I'm an old school G.I. Joe fan from the cartoons from the 80s. I have them on DVD. I have, The first movie introduced a lot of the characters.
Sure.
The second one didn't. All of a sudden, Roadblocks, Lady J, and Flint are there,
Just show up, it's like,
but you don't know who they are. I mean, and if you didn't watch G.I. Joe in the 80s in the cartoon, with this movie, you're going to sit there and just be totally confused.
There was a lot of great action scenes, everything, but I think that's what they were gearing it towards. It was like, here's, okay, here they all are, boom, and just have everything happen, as opposed to storyline.
That's kind of how Hollywood is, though.
Anymore, it seems like.
Yeah.
One of the really cool things, you got to really watch for it, is Sergeant Slaughter has a cameo
No way.
in
See,
G.I.
I haven't
Joe.
seen it
Yeah,
yet,
he has a cameo.
Holy crap.
But you really got to watch, because if you don't watch, you'll miss him. It's just a real quick thing. But yeah, so Star Trek, absolutely phenomenal. Saw it yesterday, Sunday. The
Trekkies,
the best Star Trek. If you've not seen it yet, you're not a true Star Trek fan.
Interesting. I came out last weekend, so
Yeah.
you're saying I'm not a fan because I couldn't make it?
Yeah.
And now I feel terrible about myself
Yes.
now.
You should be slapped.
Well, it's still
Put through a
technically.
table.
Yeah. Go today, and then you'll still count it as the first weekend.
There you
Okay,
go.
that works.
Yeah.
J.J. Abrams did a fantastic job directing this film. He
Can't
did a
wait
good job
to
on
see
the
what he
first
does
one.
with Star Wars.
I'm afraid.
Don't
It's
be
the
afraid.
first time. It's the first time that
It's
anybody's
Star
done.
Wars. It's Disney. I'm afraid.
Yeah, that alone makes it scary. But it's the first time that anybody's done. See what I have to put up with. You know?
I love it.
I do absolutely. But this is the first time anybody's done Star Trek and Star Wars, directed both.
That's true.
So it's going to be interesting because, like I said, he is a great director. Fantastic films. So coming out toward the this month, we've got The Hangover 3 comes out on the 23rd.
Don't forget about After Earth with Will Smith.
Yeah, I've got it.
Yeah, that looks really good.
So we've got Fast and Furious 6
Now that I'm on.
coming out. Yeah,
I'm
cannot
looking
wait.
forward to that.
Yes.
I mean,
After Earth is on the
what better
31st.
hour and a half rap video, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
But
I mean,
you've got The Rock and Vin Diesel.
And, that was like porn, right? Am I allowed to say porn?
Yeah.
In trouble? No. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
no.
So it's prawn. even edit it.
Yeah,
but
sure.
but kidding aside, tell me you didn't go to the first Fast and Furious and get in the parking lot. I drove a Peugeot at the time, a Peugeot, 1989
Not the
405S. No, not the bike, not the French car that somehow still drove, not for long either. And you get out there, and you're about to leave the movie theater, and you're. And some people actually have real cars, and I'm peeling up, trying to get up the hill. The thing doesn't go up the hill. It's 4 cylinders.
You gotta do the
You know
Freddie
it.
Flintstone feat.
That's what it was like in that car. But tell me you didn't. Every time I see a Fast and Furious movie, I just leave the place, and I'm not even a car geek. But to me, again, it's an hour and a half rap video that I leave just pumped. Want to drive someplace, and about an hour or 2 wears off.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
you see? Did you see how much I woke up? They're hitting movies. Like, yeah, that sounds really good.
Yeah.
It's their show. Let me not be loud. Fast and Furious. Yeah. Anyway.
So yeah, and we've got rounding out May. Now You See Me.
Is that a horror movie?
Yeah.
That sounds like it.
Going to be interesting. Hitting into June, we have The Internship with Owen Wilson and that's his name, right?
Yeah. That's a good actor too.
Vince Vaughn. Vince Vaughn. This Is the End. Looks really good.
Oh,
That's the end of the
yeah,
world.
yeah.
One with all the big actors playing themselves.
James Franco and all the guys
Yeah.
from all the other. Yeah.
I've got no movie street cred today.
And,
Yeah,
oh
it's-
yes, and Emma Watson goes crazy and shoots at people.
Yeah, yeah, it's really cool. Man of Steel, of course. Superman comes out on the 14th of June. Monsters University.
Yeah.
That's going to be a
that's
really good prequel. Looks really
Yes.
fun.
Yes.
World War Z.
So what is that now? Did
World War Z?
No, I know what it is, but what's that? Oh, no, I know. So I read the book, right?
Oh,
so what I'm
okay.
saying is, and I'm not gonna pretend I know these. These are the street cred. I'm the wannabe, right? But so I know the trailer came out a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then
about that.
everybody's, and so all of a sudden the trailer disappeared.
Yeah.
So did they change the movie,
No, it's
or
just-
they
No.
just waited till the backlash ended and they were gonna
Yeah,
release the movie? Okay.
and they're
Okay.
showing it again real heavy, type of thing.
Same trailer.
Yeah, yeah. The
Oh, and
stacking thing looks
if,
interesting.
in the poster too, if you look real close, there's actually a zombie cat that is actually jumping from the helicopter that's in the poster.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, we'll have to take a
it-
picture of that and
yeah,
put it up
that's
on the
it.
page.
That's
So what we need to
somewhere.
do is add a rainbow behind it. It could be zombie Nyan Cat, right?
There you
So-
go. Next to My Little Pony. This is the year, and this is the series of things Johnny has an issue.